The things we've been told to call aliens, demons, angels, and how sometimes those labels can actually limit our understanding. So here's the next question. If we stop forcing reality into those boxes, what is really going on? Because to even begin answering that, we have to look at something deeper, consciousness itself. Let me ask you something. What if your brain isn't creating consciousness, but tuning into it? Like there. It sounds abstract, but there are real reasons people are starting to question this. For a long time, the dominant view has been simple. The brain creates consciousness. Neurons fire, chemicals interact, and somehow awareness emerges. We know in modern neuroscience there's still no clear explanation for subjective experience. What it feels like to be you comes out of physical matter. This is often called the hard problem of consciousness, and we still don't have a solid answer. And this connects back to what we talked about before. When we label something too quickly, we stop exploring it. But if consciousness isn't just in the brain, then the things people not be what we think they are at all. Think about a radio. The music isn't inside the radio. The radio just tunes into a signal. If you damage the radio, the music distorts or stops, but the signal itself is still there. Now apply that idea to the brain. What if the brain isn't producing consciousness, but filtering or receiving it? That would explain something important. Why changes in the brain affect experience, without necessarily proving the brain creates it. There are some interesting observations. In certain near-death experiences, people report clear, structured awareness, even when brain activity is extremely low. Some studies have documented moments where conscious experiences are reported during periods that shouldn't fully support them. And in quantum physics, there are ongoing debates about whether consciousness plays a role in how reality behaves at the smallest levels. None of this proves the receiver theory isn't complete. There's also a growing philosophical perspective called panpsychism, the idea that consciousness might be a fundamental property of reality itself, not something that suddenly appears in brains, but something that exists everywhere in different degrees. That doesn't mean everything is thinking like a human. It means awareness simple forms to complex ones like us. Now, it's important to stay grounded here. There's no definitive proof that consciousness exists outside the brain, and there's no consensus in science that it does. But there's also no complete explanation. We're in a space where questioning is not only allowed, it's necessary. Because if consciousness isn't limited to your brain, then your connection to reality might be deeper than you thought. Not in a fantasy way, but in a way that suggests you're part of something larger, more interconnected. And even considering that possibility, your thoughts and your place in the world. So, is consciousness created by the brain? Or is the brain tuning into something that already exists? We don't fully know yet. But the fact that we're even asking that question means we're getting closer to understanding something important. Stay curious, stay grounded, and welcome back to Lux Frequency. 0.